Comparing yourself you already know isn't good for you, but it could be damaging you way more than what you even know. Comparison, it can indeed be a good thing. It could be something that helps motivate you. It can help you to understand where you are in regards to average, if you need to pick up pace a little bit, if you need to work a little bit harder, or if you're doing just fine. It can be a good thing, but there is a very, very fine line when it comes to that. And oftentimes that is crossed, where comparison is no longer about improving yourself. It's no longer about pushing yourself. It's no longer about giving yourself inspiration and ideas, but instead it now becomes more so about thinking about how bad you're doing, how terrible things are, how you're not good enough. And no, that's not where we need to be right now. When it comes to your future, when it comes to your joy, when it comes to your success, comparison can literally steal all of it. So you need to take back that power. You need to take back that responsibility. You need to stop allowing that to run you, to own your future in your life. Because comparison can literally be the difference between you living your dream life and you not. So imagine everything you want. The money, the relationship, the house, the dog, and then imagine the life that you don't want. Struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, not being in a relationship, not having the dog. Comparison is literally in the middle of that. And it may not seem like something that's that big of a deal. It may not seem like something that's hurting you that much, but it really is. It is that deep and it is that serious. So please take it seriously. Comparing yourself is something that is very easy to do on a daily basis, especially with social media going around. There's a lot of fakeness that you could be comparing yourself to. And this ranges from all sorts of things. Gym bodies, okay? People be using the juice, as some people would call it, and making it sound like they're all natural, and you're comparing yourself to that. When it comes to wealth, people will literally fake wealth all the time. And this isn't just on social media, but even like rappers, singers, like a lot of them are wearing fake stuff. A lot of them are wearing rented stuff, and that is what you're comparing yourself to. Beauty, there is so much makeup is crazy. All right, if you're comparing your face to somebody else's, just know that makeup can make the world of a difference. Okay, the world of a difference. There's a reason why with some people you never see them without makeup, because you wouldn't recognize them. Filters, crazy, out there, everywhere. Body, okay? I already said gym bod, but just a normal bod. BBLs, surgery, liposuction, everywhere. And you're comparing your natural self, your natural beautiful self, to that. And that just scratches the surface. It's the same thing with any career that you're wanting to go down, any aspiration you have, any skill that you want to acquire, any talent or hobby that you are wanting to grow in. There's so much fakeness going around when it comes to it. There's so much unrealistic standards, and it's really unrealistic because it's not even true half the time when you see people who have this stuff. And that is what you are comparing yourself to. Fakeness. And even if there's someone who did it legitimately, they're not faking it, that does not give you a reason to then compare yourself to them either, because their journey is completely different than yours. When you're comparing yourself, you will end up looking at your accomplishments as being less than what they are, looking at your successes as being less than what they are, because you're so busy looking at what everybody else seems to have going on that you're not paying any attention to the growth and the amazing things that you have done. And when you neglect that, you then neglect your ability. So you lower your accomplishments because you're so focused on other people, you're so much in other people's business, and you're comparing yourself to other people so much that now your accomplishments look less. And so then you think that your abilities are also on that level when you could be doing amazing things, but because you don't think that you could be, because you're comparing yourself to somebody else, now you legitimately will not accomplish those things. You will not become better. You will not see the things happening in your life that you want to have happen because of the fact that you think so off of yourself. You think so differently of yourself than what is true, what is factual. And a lot of this measurement of who you are, how good you are, how talented you are is all based off of something that is just so vain. Like, it's literally just looks. It's what people allow you to see. It's rarely ever based on something that is legitimate, that is factual, that is based on something solid. It's just stuff that is in vain, and is stuff that is really, really irrelevant in the long run. When you are doing this, it can discourage you to such a deep extent where it can literally stop you in your tracks from getting what you want, from growing, from getting your goals, from getting the dream life that you want. It can literally stand in your way and completely stop you. And what does that do? Now you're not working towards your dreams. Now you're not working towards your goals. Now you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And now look at where you're at. You're not where you were supposed to be because you just stopped. You stopped because you were comparing yourself. The comparison literally takes the joy out of everything. It takes the joy out of everyday activities. It takes the joy out of every single accomplishment through comparing yourself. My mom always told me comparison is a thief of joy, and that is 100% true. One thing is, if you want to be more happy in your life, if you want to be more successful, stop comparing yourself. Learn, grow, yes, but do not compare your story to somebody else's. Do not compare your success to someone else's. Don't compare your growth to someone else's. And I'm not saying that it's easy. That just happens overnight, because this is something that I have been working on for years and I still struggle with. So now what you need to do is overcome it. There's a couple things that I want you to put in practice. Try them out. If you don't like them, then try to find something else that does work for you. The first thing is to log off of social media. Social media is one of the biggest platforms to compare yourself, and it really does get people down. If you look at the statistics of depression, of people taking their own lives, if you look at the statistics of mental health, then you can see that the negative parts of it have rapidly inclined, and the positive parts of like mental health and taking care of yourself and has rapidly declined when social media has been released. Social media can be a great thing. It can be used for amazing things, but it can also be a tool that will destroy you, that can destroy you. Again, if you don't believe me, you can go and look at the statistics. Mental health going down, depression, people taking their own lives, all of that has skyrocketed since social media was released. So be careful what you consume, because it really can wreck your life in ways that you could have never imagined. Be careful who you're consuming, because social media can either be an amazing tool that will help you build the life that you desire, that will help you understand yourself deeper, because now you can see the possibilities of life, because now you get to see life from so many different people's perspectives. But it can also do the direct opposite. Also be consciously aware of how you feel while you're watching certain content, because when you're consciously aware of it, because you can just be scrolling and feeling what you're feeling and not even thinking about it. So think about it, be conscious of it, and so you can recognize what is lifting you up, what is helping you, what is inspiring you, and what is doing the opposite. So then you can avoid it. You can unfollow those people. You can filter out those things. You can stop watching those videos. And the next thing is to desensitize yourself. Something that I have been doing that has helped me is actually watching videos on YouTube of people who've talked about people who fake wealth. Because you may have a different struggle. Mine is money. Like, that's something that I am very passionate about, is money, your mindset around money, making money, all that stuff. So when I see people who have supposed wealth from barely doing anything, it makes me feel some type of way. So it could be something different for you. So I highly recommend going and watching videos where people desensitize you, and they say, they expose people for lying. So I will watch all these people who have been exposed for lying. It's like, oh, that's fake. Oh, you actually don't live there. And, just like exposing it so it desensitizes you. And another way of desensitizing yourself that I think is very powerful is watching these struggle videos. Watch videos of the hard times that people had to go through to get to their success. Because there's so many people who it looks like easy from the outside. They're like, oh, you just got it. And it's like, no, they didn't. They actually didn't just get it. They had hard times. They struggled. They had times of either being in extreme poverty or having to work 18-hour shifts, or some people even 24-hour shifts where they didn't even get to sleep. They were just working day in and day out. And so when you watch the struggle stories, not the I got it super easily, whatever. No, when you watch the struggle stories of true success, it will help you realize that you are not behind, honey. You're just at the beginning. So watch those things, read those books, watch the seminar, look at the things and look at them in a perspective that you've never looked at them before. Look at the ugly, seek after the ugly, okay? Instead of watching the videos that make it look easy, look at the ugly, and it will help you realize that you are not as far behind as you think. And in fact, you may actually be ahead. I hope this video really helped you. Please consider the things that I'm saying in this video. I really want you to be the best you that you can be. I want you to grow. I want you to do great. And I don't want you to put yourself on this unfair, harsh, measuring, statistical, whatever. I hope you get what I'm saying. I don't want you to be treating yourself like trash at the end of the day. I don't want you to be criticizing yourself, overly criticizing yourself, comparing yourself to things that aren't even real, hurting yourself in this way, and stopping yourself from actually living the life that you want and fulfilling what you should be doing in your life because of these things that are holding you back that can be avoided. If you did enjoy and this video did provide some value to you, please consider subscribing to my channel and being there so that I can grow, so we can get this message out to more people, so that I can start getting paid. Anyways, I really do hope that you enjoyed. Again, please make sure to take care of yourself physically, mentally, and financially. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.